Poti, how's it looking out there? Oh, whoa, that's a huge ball of snow.
Listen. When I told you I'm building a snowman, I am building a snowman. So kids and parents, gather around your TV because you're about to see the creation of something incredible. Take a look at that.
Awesome.
Haven't seen this in a while, right? Hold on. I have his arms somewhere.
We've got
wait,
arms
his arms
too.
are somewhere. Okay, we'll get his arms in a second, but wait, I have this too.
Look at
There
that.
we go.
Awesome.
ABC 13.
That's
You know
it.
what? I'm gonna name him. Here you go. I'm gonna name him. You know what? I'm gonna name him Jeff and Samika. I've come up with this. If you guys had a baby, which would never happen, it would be called Jeffika. I bring you.
Gorgeous.
Wait, and look, little Tom is up there. Look at Tommy. Little, right?
You're so shady.
Cute, right?
Of course you add shade to this. Jeffika and Tom.
It's snowing, but I'm shady, of course. Okay. They need to get out of this apartment complex. It's getting dark. They need more help. And those rescue helicopters can only do so much. They can only take so many people right now. We hear another rescue helicopter right now just above us. It looks like they probably have some sort of system in place, obviously, to get to the people that need it the most. 2 elderly sick people, 2 people in wheelchairs, I'm sure is a priority to them. And you can see right above there, Scott, if you tilt up, another helicopter right behind that one that just left this apartment complex, ready to get some of those that are up there. We got you, don't worry. It is a little cold, but we got you, don't worry. Come on up. Come on up. We're gonna set you right up. Let me put this microphone down, okay?
And they're going to help her get onto that boat, which is in and of itself not an easy thing in those currents that they're dealing with.
All right.
And we can see
All
the
right.
rain is falling out
Are you
there.
okay? Here's your sandal. Here's your sandal. Here you go. All right, ma'am. If you want to just scoot, if
This
you want
is
to
the
just
kind of
scoot
gentleman that
over
Fody
here,
is, really.
I'll get you.
Working with him,
Don't worry.
guys. This is
Absolutely.
Are you okay?
kind of a person.
Are you okay? I have to ask you, there's people on top of the roof now. How many
Yes.
people are left up there, and what is their condition? What's the situation up there?
Most people on the roof, so it's the second and third floor. It's not flooded yet. People on the roof, they're just trying to get out because we've been told that there's a boat that's supposed to be coming all day. So we're just waiting for the boat to come and get everybody else out. But I mean, it is expected to hit again harder tonight.
Yes.
So we're the whole first floor, of course, is flooded.
Okay, and here's this gentleman.
This is Don.
Hi, Don. How are you?
How you doing, sir?
Good. We're here to help you.
Yes, sir.
Are you doing okay? All right, let's get you on this boat, okay? We're going to try and take you back to safety.
As we watch you
Yeah,
try to
we're
help this
moving
gentleman
up
get
slowly
in.
and obviously very difficult because he said he has a pacemaker on his left-hand side.
It's just
near
shallow
his
right
heart,
there. You can
so
see it.
we're going to have to steer clear of that, obviously, and I'm going to try and get him on the ledge here so we can have him sit down, and then we're going to take him off. But this just shows you how critical these patients are, how critical these people are. They need the help right now. There's just not enough boats. There's not enough helicopters. There's not enough first responders, obviously, to get every single person. As you heard, there's 300 people in this apartment complex. A lot of them need the help here because they're elderly. Some of them obviously have medical conditions that they need to be on dry land.
In God's Garage, the old
We're changing the spark plugs this morning.
is transformed to nearly new. Pastor Chris Williams and his team almost done working on this Toyota Matrix before it's given away to a deserving mother.
She has a child that has some special needs. I think we're on this earth to do more than just lift ourselves up.
Pastor Chris started God's Garage several years ago after he helped a single mother and her child on a stormy night walking on the side of the road.
She'd been walking to church every Sunday and Wednesday. She'd been walking to work. She'd been hitchhiking, which is not safe.
Williams helped that woman that night and vowed to keep giving back to single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military. So he assembled a team. There's Bill, the airline pilot,
I'm no mechanic.
Pastor Chris, a former MMA fighter, Bob the mechanic, and Harvey, the Houston firefighter.
We share a bond together.
So many others now helping too. So far, God's Garage given away more than 40 cars and repaired over 200. Back to that deserving mother on live TV.
We all just want to bless you with a car this morning.
Susan, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, guys, open that garage and show her her car.
The tears started falling.
I never
I just don't know what to say. I never dreamed that this would happen to me.
A blessing for her 6 months in the making, a prayer circle before the send-off. Susan, now in the front seat, her road free of obstacles.
Together we can make an impact that's meaningful, that's lasting.
To the guys of God's Garage, this week's FOTI High Five.
High five!
One of the lasting images of Hurricane Harvey, this right here, this is it. A horrific scene in Port Arthur. Nursing home residents, many wheelchair and bedbound, trapped by the rising floodwater. Our photocologist was the first Houston reporter to bring us the live images out of Port Arthur on the ground with the military as they rescued those terrified men and women. Now tonight, he returns to that city for the first time since the storm, meeting up with one of Harvey's heroes, working to get justice for those residents on the road to recovery.
We're inside right now and they are evacuating these patients. This is a very dire and sensitive situation, guys.
On live TV, we witnessed the Lake Arthur nursing home in peril, a frantic evacuation underway.
I could not believe they were still here. So I waded through the water and somebody gave me a ride on the boat down here. It just broke my heart.
Tensions high, the biohazardous floodwater just inches from those who were bedridden, others in wheelchairs, soaked. Nearly 100 critical patients at the mercy of first responders.
There's no way in or out of this facility unless it's a boat.
Amid the chaos, we met Port Arthur Police Detective Mike Hebert. He told us how he had to intervene.
When we got in here, there had been some altercations.
He said some patients were in the contaminated water for more than a day.
Those are still the trailer and the truck ruts as they launched their boats.
Now, more than 2 months later, we meet him again outside of that same nursing home.
They weren't allowed to be taken out, and that was, I think that's where a lot of the altercations were coming from.
Detective Hebert told us a criminal investigation now underway. At the center, the nursing home director, Jeff Rosetta, accused in a search warrant of criminal negligence and recklessness.
We knew very quickly that he was not going to be any help in this situation, and he became aggressive, and that's why he was put in handcuffs.
Hebert said with Rosetta out of the way, the evacuation could finally begin. Outside, boats were lined up. One by one, those critical patients still in their wheelchairs and beds were loaded in.
What was that feeling like when you finally left those doors and all those residents were out?
It was an amazing feeling at that time.
But it wasn't over. Blocks away at the Port Arthur Little Theater, each patient triaged, while yards away, the Army Reserve staged a medical air evacuation. Blackhawk and Chinook helicopters called in. For 8 hours, they airlifted 160 patients to nursing homes north of Houston.
Every day I come through here, I think about what happened that day.
The experience still haunts him, but he says he tries to focus on what the flood couldn't wash away, the heart of humanity.
It meant a whole lot.
That hero detective still giving, helping Port Arthur residents like Cherry Johnson rebuild her home. It's all she has.
They have been by my side every step of the way, and I love each and every one of them, especially Mike. He has been there for me to make sure everything was okay with me.
In Port Arthur, photocologist 13, Eyewitness News.
Well, this week's FOTI High Five is about a man who's out of this world, a former NASA astronaut. But believe it or not, going to space was not his dream. Photocologist explains why his current mission earned him a FOTI High Five. The year 1992, it would be the fourth and final space mission.
It was one of the best times of my life.
For Houston's own David Hilmers, the mission investigate the effects of microgravity on living things. In his career, he logged just under 500 hours in space. Hilmers said each time he looked down on our world, he was reminded
that wasn't my real dream.
There was something far bigger, far greater that he needed to be doing. He had dreams about it as a kid.
My dream, even when I was a small kid, was to be a doctor doing global health.
Just months after that final mission on Discovery, the former Marine and Vietnam veteran enrolled in med school.
Nothing really takes the place of seeing the smiles on a patient's face.
Dr. Hilmers began the biggest mission of his life, treating men, women, and children in impoverished countries.
They're real people. They have real problems.
Personal photos from his medical missions in Romania, helping children with AIDS, to war-torn Iraq. And in Africa, Hilmers treated tens of thousands of people in refugee camps. making house calls in Ethiopia and in Nepal.
Some of our patients just say, we count the days until you return again.
Just last week, Hilmers was in North Korea, helping hundreds there with a hepatitis B outbreak that's killing so many.
Although I have a lot of difficulties with the policies of the leaders of the country, it's not the fault of the people that are there.
Dr. Hilmers hopes the acts of care and kindness he shows may do something else, heal relations with our enemies to bring about peace. Dr. David Hilmers, an American treasure, the world's doctor, and a lifesaver. And for all he's done, Dr. Hilmers gets this week's FOTI High Five.